Hey everyone, good lovely morning. It is me, Jasmine. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a lovely start to your day wherever you're at. So I'm here at the airport waiting for a flight. And I have some time in my hands. I figured I would do a quick chit chat video. And there's something that I want to talk about. And I briefly touched on this. I think it was sometime last year. Yes, I did. Anyways, I also had a very big breakfast. I had a big omelet and I got me coffee. It's a pretty relaxing morning. So, what I want to talk about is the issue of copyright claim on YouTube. Anyways, so you guys know that I use that. For those of you that have been following me, especially on my old channel that's no longer around, you guys know that there are, I would probably put it at maybe five at the max. There are just a few, but a total of five tunes that I use in the background, but maybe two or three out of those I use pretty frequently. There's a particular tune that I use for short videos. And then there's a longer one. There's a tune that I use for longer format videos. I'm like super stuffed. That omelet was pretty good. Oh, hold on. Let me let this sit for a while. This coffee is searing hot, like really hot. Anyways, so there's a particular music that I like to use in the background of my videos. And when I do use it, I adjust the volume so it doesn't it does not overpower me talking. It's just, it's just like a faint background music. And I got that music from a pretty big YouTube channel. And that music is free. It's free for everyone to use if you and I'm gonna get into the details on that. But basically, if you were to download that music and then put it in the background of your video, or even just download it and then re-upload it on your channel, you're probably not going to get any kind of copyright claim because it is free. But when you do get a copyright claim, and you're probably going to be dealing with the same issue that I'm dealing with, you're going to find that the alleged owner of the music is actually not who you think it is. And let me start getting to the details. So I stumbled upon that music. I know it was on my old channel. It was a few years ago, and I like it, and I started using it. And on my old channel, even on my new channel, but I think it was last year. I would use the music, and I would get a cut. And okay, so out of like 10 videos that I used the music in the background, I would say maybe 6 or 7 would get tagged with a copyright claim, while the rest are not. They don't get tagged with anything. And back then, I would get this copyright claim that says that the title of the music that I'm using is called Peter Pan, and it's owned by this such and such a company. And so and every time I would get those, I would submit a appeal. So when you get a copyright claim, it's not a strike against your channel or anything. What a copyright claim basically means is, hey, YouTube detected some music in your video that belongs to such and such, and so we're putting a copyright claim on your video, which basically means to whoever's watching the video, it's, you know, there's nothing has changed, but any revenue, especially if you are monetized, and my channel is not monetized, but if you're one of those big YouTubers and you have a monetized channel and you use someone else's music, whatever revenue that video generates will go to the person that owns the music. Maybe don't quote me on that. Maybe there's some sort of revenue sharing between you and the person that owns the music. But basically, that's the gist. That's basically what that means. Is it's, you know, for small YouTubers like me, is if I use someone else's music, I will get a copyright claim tag. I don't want to use the word slapped, but I would get a copyright claim applied on my video, and you know, and of course YouTube's going to show advertisement on videos even if you're not monetized, and any revenue will go to that person that owns the music. So I would get like 6 to 7 of those copyright claims applied on my video, and I would, every single one of them, I would go and I would, every time I upload a video, if I get a copyright claim when I use that particular music, I would go in and I would appeal. I would reply. I would basically appeal the copyright claim. And back then, when YouTube was mistakenly labeling the song as Peter Pan, which it has. Okay, and I'm gonna get into listen. Go grab yourself a cup of coffee because this may be a 30-minute video. So, whenever YouTube applied a copyright claim, I would go in and I would appeal it. And whoever was behind that Peter Pan, and I think they just came up with that name. And listen, that's one thing I've learned about YouTube, and you will learn about YouTube, is there are a lot of unsavory characters just out to abuse the YouTube system and try and you know, just try to make a quick buck. But anyways, let me not digress. So I would appeal, and whoever was behind that Peter Pan so-called music, they never replied back. They never replied back. And the thing with YouTube is, if you get a copyright claim and on your video and you appeal it, the other party has a certain amount of days to respond. If they don't, then the copyright claim falls off, and your video is now free of any copyright claims. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. I probably should have waited about an hour before I started this video. This thing is still really hot. But anyways, so that's basically what the situation was back then. I would upload a video using that music in the background, which plays, you know, very faintly. Then I would occasionally get a copyright claim. I would appeal it. The other party never responded, so the copyright claim would fall off, and it was like that for how many months? Then all of a sudden, the Peter Pan copyright claim went away, and now I got something new for the exact same music. Now I'm getting a copyright claim from a company called Saregama Publishing. And when you're done watching this video, I want you to search that name in YouTube. There are other people that are dealing with the same issue with the same company, which to me, I feel they're engaging in some fraudulent behavior, some fraudulent activities. So what I'm dealing with now is I would use the tune, and maybe like 6 out of 10 videos I would get a copyright claim. And when you go to YouTube Studio, you can see, you can see the details. And it says the company is Saregama, I think it's Saregama, and the so-called title of the music, the song is Arabu Naadu. It's Raabu space Nadu. Anyways, so I started dealing with that, and I've spoken on this already before. And so for many months, it became a situation where is this mic? Okay. So for many months, it became a situation where I would upload a video with that song in the background. I would get a copyright claim, and I'm going to touch on that copyright claim, the technical aspect of it. So I would get a copyright claim, and I would appeal it. Now this Saregama company, person, entity, whatever they are, they they were they were quick to respond, and so I would appeal it, and then within sometimes a day, sometimes not, sometimes like half a day, they would retract the claim that they would basically acknowledge that okay, this is not their music, this is a different music, and so it became a routine like that for many months. And then okay, now what happened that prompted me to do this video here is 2 days ago, I woke up to an email that says one of the videos that I appealed because I got the copyright claim. I thought it was just going to be another routine, another day, another copyright claim, and I appeal it, and the day goes on. But no, Saregama decided to deny the appeal. So that resulted in me getting a strike. Now, if you've never done YouTube, it does not matter if you have a big channel or a small channel. Let me tell you, no YouTuber ever wants to see a strike. It's okay. It's not my first strike. I've had a strike in one of my very old channels, and I may make a separate video out of that. But it had nothing to do with music. I was let me not change the story. But it's not my first strike. I have dealt with a YouTube strike before, and it's not a good feeling. It's not when you open YouTube Studio, it's like bam, it's right there in your face. You cannot ignore it. So Saregama decided to deny the appeal. Now YouTube is telling me that on May 4th, I think, May 4th, 2024, my video will be deleted and a strike, and my channel will officially have a strike against it. Now, and just to briefly share with you how the strike system goes. Your first strike is, it hits you. YouTube will give you kind of some sort of warning. The second strike, your activities, I think you will be limited on what you can do. Like maybe you cannot go live or upload a video or whatever. And of course, on your third strike, you're gone. Your channel is gone. And that will be very devastating if you're like a big YouTuber with like hundreds or thousands of videos, because there are YouTubers out there that go live every day, and they have like a cumulative like over 2,000 or 3,000 videos. Anyways, so of course I'm furious. I'm looking at this email, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. This is not your song, then this is not. And again, if you search that name on YouTube, there are other people that are dealing with the same issue with like different type of music. So now let me get to what I'm seeing with a copyright claim, the technical aspect of it. And before I get to what I'm dealing with, let me give you just a general overview of how YouTube does the copyright claim. Let's say you do a video, and you use, let's say, Celine Dion or Beyonce's music in the background. YouTube is going to detect that song, and YouTube is going to If you go to YouTube Studio, YouTube will show you your video, and YouTube will highlight the section where the song is detected in. So if let's say you use someone else's music, YouTube is going to highlight the entire song. So if the whole song is playing in the entire video, then the entire video is going to be highlighted. Well, that's not what I am dealing with. In my videos, when I use the song which clearly plays throughout the entire video, the only sections that get highlighted would be like 30 seconds here, maybe in the next video, maybe a minute here out of like a 10-minute video. And so they're little slices here and there, which anyone that does YouTube know that's clearly not. It's a flawed and inaccurate usage of the copyright claim system, or if I could put it this way, my videos are being mistakenly flagged with that copyright claim. And I know that when this is done, when this is completely done, and by the way, on the email that I got, of course, I have the option to respond back. Now, when you get a copyright claim and you appeal it, and the other party denies the appeal, now from then on, that's when it gets serious. That's when it gets serious. That's when you have to provide, actually, it starts from when you appeal a music. When you get a copyright claim and you appeal it, you have to provide, your email, your name, address, and whatever. But now it's gonna get serious, and it can approach that legal area. And now at this point, everybody, you have to be truthful, or else if that person is on the YouTube platform, YouTube may terminate their channel, whatever. And of course, if I'm not supplying the correct information, my channel could be terminated. And so what I did was I said, in the email that I got, it gave me a contact email for the other party to contact. So I sent them an email, and I told them, listen, this has been ongoing for how long? We've been basically going back and forth, and I've been telling you, in each and every instance, that this is not your music. This music belongs to this YouTube channel. Here's the link. Here's the actual name of the song, such and such. It is not yours. And the so-called song Arabu Naadu, when you look it up, it does not even exist. And so I sent them an email. I basically said, listen, this is not your song, and I am going through with the counter, the what do you call this? I am countering this. And YouTube's system is called a counter notification. And I told them that when when YouTube finally sees what's going on, I know they're gonna rule in my favor, because I know what the song, what's the name, the actual name of the song. I know where the song is from. So right now I have to wait until May 4th. I basically have to wait for that video. Or let me rewind. YouTube gave me an option to basically cancel the appeal and revert my video back to the original state where I had a copyright claim on it. And if I do take that route, then the strike will fall off. The strike will disappear. But see, I am not going that route, because I know that this song does not belong to this Saregama entity, and nor is it titled Arabu Naadu. And so right now I'm just I have to wait until May 4th, then that video will be deleted. And when it says when I mean deleted, I mean you the viewer will no longer be able to see it, but I will still see it in my YouTube studio. Then I can proceed, with a counter notification. And now that's when it gets serious. And listen, now let me get to what I think is going on. I was going to say that in that email, I basically said, if this goes the legal route, I have no problem doing that, and I know I will win, because this is clearly not your song. Now let me get to what I think is going on. So, and I've seen this happen. Especially in the beef sector. There are a lot of free tunes. Free clips. They can range from 10 seconds, 30 seconds. Even to a few minutes. There are a lot of free music that you can use. You can download and use on YouTube. I have personally observed someone take what's supposed to be a free music provided by YouTube. They try and they do whatever they needed to do to it, upload it, and claim that it is their music, and then they would turn around and try and strike someone else's channel. It was a back and forth. It was a personal beef between some YouTubers, so that was more of like a targeted attack. But where I'm getting at is such a scenario, such an activity does take place on YouTube. It does affect people. Now, what I think is going on here is this Saregama person, this Saregama entity, whoever they are. I think because there's money to be made on YouTube, and if you can apply a copyright claim on a video. Now my channel is a small channel, but I think what this Saregama entity is doing is they're casting as many fishing lines out there as possible, and they're hoping they're going to catch some small fish, but they're really hoping for the big fish. And I think what they're hoping to do is they get all, they collect a bunch of tunes, and they do their whatever work they need done on it to get that copyright stuff on it. And then they would just, they would try, and their end goal is to get as many videos copyright claimed. So whatever revenue those countless videos generate can, be directed towards this Saregama entity. So that's what I think is happening here. And I would not be surprised if that exact tune that is so-called titled Arabu Naadu, I won't be surprised if they, in their system, they renamed it, they had it originally named Peter Pan. Because when you look up any song, any soundtrack that had to do with Peter Pan, nothing come close to resembling that music. And when I used to get that copyright claim, I would ask myself, what in the world? Peter Pan? What? So I would search, okay, what is this Peter Pan song? Because when you get a copyright claim, if you use like a well-known music, let's say Beyonce or Celine Dion, you know that that's one of their music. But if you just use like a random piano tune, random guitar tune, and you got it from a place where it's free, but then you get a copyright claim, naturally you're going to be curious. You're going to start researching. Okay, whoa, you say that this song is titled such and such. Okay, show me that song so I can compare the audio. But no, I never found a Peter Pan song like that. So I would not be surprised if that Saregama is behind that Peter Pan. I'm thinking maybe they started, people started catching up to them. So maybe they strategized and they decided to name their tunes with foreign names, Arabu Naadu. So it would throw like a roadblock into people's research. Whatever's going on, it's clearly not it does not sound like it's in line with YouTube's policies, YouTube's community guidelines. Whatever this Saregama person doing, I think is, YouTube is such a big company, and what I suspect is there are a lot of people, smart people, I would say, uh, um, but not applying their smarts in an ethical way. They're basically just trying to scam the system, and they're trying to do it in a way they take advantage of YouTube's algorithm, YouTube's guidelines, YouTube's detection system, and they're trying to stay underneath the radar. And I don't think they have affected enough people just yet for YouTube to notice. But I know that what's happening to me is not, it's definitely not right. It's definitely not right. Because, 6 to 7 videos that I upload with that song, I get that copyright claim. And it is incredibly infuriating. So I have to wait until May 4th for that, for my video to get deleted. A strike applied on my channel, officially applied on my channel. Right now it's a pending strike. But when you open YouTube Studio, it's like bam, it's right there. It's hard to notice. And then after that happens, then I am going to submit a counter notification, because I know, I've sent that link, and it got to a point where I literally had I have my entire response typed out. Every time I get that notification claim, I would open that notepad, copy it, and paste it into the appeal message box. This, it says this song is not your song, it's not titled such and such. Here's the actual link to the song where I got it. It's free for everyone to use. So it got to a point where it became so routine. Then of course they decide. Now let me give you one of the theories on what I think is happening. I would not be surprised if Saregama, if their decision to deny my appeal and apply a strike, I would not be surprised if that is a threat. They know that that's not their music. And I think they got to a point where, because the video, okay, now my videos, I'm not a big YouTuber, but I think they're taking an aggressive approach where, whether small or big YouTuber, they want that copyright claim on that video. And I'm thinking their strategy now is, all right, let's deny this appeal. Let's have Jasmine be met with a strike notification, and we hope that strike would frighten her into stopping all of these appeals, because I have to deal with these appeals every, again, 6 to 7 videos, 6 to 7 out of 10 videos I get those copyright claim, and I appeal every one of them. So maybe they're thinking, okay, if we deny this appeal, which results in a strike, maybe that'll frighten Jasmine into stopping all of this. If she uploads a video and there's a copyright claim on it, she would just accept it. And stop all of these appeals, because it's unnecessary. It's a nuisance on our side, and we don't want to have to deal with this. And even if she has a small channel, we want to be able to get whatever advertisement dollars we can get. So I'm thinking that's their strategy now. But of course, I am going to counter that. And listen, the thing with YouTube is as long as you're playing by YouTube's rules, you have nothing to worry about. I know where I got that song. I have the link, I have the song downloaded, I have all the details, literally all the specs of the details of that song. And I've supplied those many times. And when after May 4th, um, when I get to doing the counter notification, I will supply all of that. And when YouTube sees all of that, they'll know what's going on. Anyways, I just wanted to share that. And this is over 30 minutes now. Did I cover everything? Oh, let me say this. So, that strike, the current pending strike, and soon to be a full-blown strike come May 4th, got me thinking. Now, I like to use music in the background. So that's just one song. The other songs, I don't have any. Like if you watch, like most of my shorts, the music in the background, there's no copyright claim of any sort with that one. But I will not be surprised if this Saregama, because there's obviously millions of songs out there. So um, Saregama would have to be working 24/7 just to get their hands on those millions of songs. But I would not be surprised if in the future they somehow manage to snatch that free song that I'm using in my shorts. Um, so for now, it's just that one song that I use in my longer format videos that I have to deal with that has a copyright claim issue with it. But the other songs that I use in my shorts, no, they don't have any copyright claims. But anyways, where I'm getting at is I'm thinking about just doing my videos without any music. I know I'm not. I don't like the idea of that because I do like having some kind of background music. But I feel like I'm thinking maybe after maybe 10 or 20 videos, I will become acclimated to it. It will be like the new reality for me. So I just have to kind of push myself. But I feel like I really, at this point, I feel like for my peace of mind, and the basically security of my channel, I think it's good if I stop using music, or to be more specific, if I stop using that music that I like to use, that Saregama, this fraudulent entity Saregama, is claiming is theirs. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up. So that's just a little bit of a chit chat. With that said, don't forget to hit the like button, and I will see you in the next upload. All right, take care. Bye bye.